Welcome to Concord, North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte, for our coverage of the finals of the 2021 Scuffle for the Shovel 1v1 Kubb tournament. This tournament is put on by Queen City Kubb, who's out of Charlotte. We got an absolute gem of a finals today. We've got Drew Gander going against Mike Davids. Lots of storylines here. Queen City Kubb versus Raleigh Kubb. We got arguably the two top players in the state of North Carolina, if not most of the Southeast, and battling it out in a 2 out of 3 match today. There's Mike Davids there. He's looking good. He looks like he's ready to play. Let's run down how this matchup looks. We've got Mike Davids, 2 years ago, Skuffle champion. Last year, the runner-up, #1 seed coming into the finals today. We've got Drew, who 2 years ago was the runner-up and last year was the semifinalist as the 2 seed. Strangely enough, Mike beat Drew in both of the last 2 years in this tournament, 2-1. Drew's going to be looking for some revenge today. Let's head down to the pitch and see how this one is going to unfold. I'm excited. So, beautiful day in Concord today. Pretty seasonable for a January in North Carolina. High, probably around 50 degrees. Really not a cloud in the sky. There is a little bit of wind. You might notice, you probably hear it a little bit right now on the camera. There's a bit of a wind coming straight at us as we look at the pitch here. Has affected some 8-meter shots, probably maybe 6 inches of break when the wind kicks up. It's not steady though, so it kind of comes and goes. We'll see if that affects any of the finals here today. Getting ready for the king toss. Let's see how this goes. Drew doing some housekeeping, a little bit of trash on the field. It's going to give Mike a decision to make here. Looks like he's taking batons. Drew takes side. Game on, boys. Mike goes 1 for 2 to start things out. Mike, #1 seed, as I said earlier, undefeated on the day. We'll see if he can keep that form up. Little new feature here. I don't know if this is called blaster cam or drill cam. I don't know. We'll see. I think I like blaster cam more, but I think I'll probably say drill cam on accident most of the time. Drew not exactly burning it up to start out here. See if he can't rescue this turn. There he goes. Off the schneid. One last 8 meter. See if he can't pick it up to at least keep up pace with Mike. There you go. No harm, no foul. Probably a good time to thank the official graphics provider of Raleigh Kubb, Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint, their motto is, if you have no budget but you do have a Windows computer or your graphics package. I think we can all agree that the graphics department did a spectacular job here. A little bit of blaster cam again. Maybe it's drill cam when drilling and blaster cam when blasting, but that gets a little complicated.
Good luck, buddy. I think I want to go over there. All right. What do you want? What's your report?
Mike's coming out hot on these 8 meters. Well, maybe not. Well, I don't know what happened there. Back to Drew with 3 in play. Pitch conditions. There hadn't been a whole lot of rain in North Carolina lately, so the ground's pretty hard. Oh, look at what a sportsman right there. Isn't going to make Mike raise that Kubb. Oh, yeah, and he almost just took him out with that one. So there goes the sportsmanship. As I was saying, a little dry, so the Kubbs are bouncing a little bit when drilling. See who can try to keep that to a minimum. They did move this match to pitch 3 because the first 2 pitches were a little bit on a hill and thought it was an unfair advantage on one side, so they moved to 3 for the championship match here. Drew's been coming up short on his blasting all day. Gave up several advantage lines early in the tournament today, but was able to get through it. Two. Oh, Drew with the first meatloaf of the day. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's keeping up the pressure on Mike. They're both coming out pretty strong from 8 meters. If I had to, I think Mike is probably a good all-around player. Mike is solid at every part of the game. Drew struggles from 8 meters at times. Seems to have really turned things around in the last couple months. Especially since the East Coast Championship in November, I think it was. He was trying something new, seemed to right the ship on the 8 meters because there was a time there when he might go all day and not hit an 8-meter shot. Follow through. He tells me that's the key. This blast started out strong for Mike, seems to be falling apart. It does clear him though, which is really the goal. At least the goal once you realize you're not going to be able to have any 8-meter shots. This grass, if you're not from the south, this grass is zoysia grass. Turns brown and goes dormant in the winter, but come spring it'll be green and thick like the Incredible Hulk. The only problem with it during the winter is that when your Kubbs are brown and the grass is brown, it makes it a little hard to see. Grows like crazy during the summer though. Drew had a nice little wall there that he ran those Kubbs into. That worked out pretty well for him. That was a nice drill. Should be a pretty tight basket here. That's 3. I'm sure he'll take that. That was 0. That was another short throw. Been doing that all day long. Drew takes a 2 Kubb lead. Some question as to whether that Kubb was down. It was. So since I don't know whether to call this blaster cam or drill cam, you guys should vote. Put a comment or something. I don't know exactly how this stuff works, to tell you the truth, but I think you can make comments on it because every YouTube video I see people are talking about, leave comments. So go ahead and leave a comment. In the next video, I'll probably forget what everybody said. Mike's pulling the pin. We are playing that you can pull the pin. What else? 50% in and friendly neighbor. Drew had a friendly neighbor earlier today. I don't know about Mike.
One bad turn.
So semifinals, Drew beat Nick Bartlett, Mike's usual partner. They usually play as Das Kubb or Das Crew. But Drew beat Nick in the semifinals 2-0, and Mike beat Lee Northrup in the semifinals 2-0 as well. Did I say 2-1, Drew, over Nick? If I did, it was 2-0 over Nick. So both semifinal matches were 2-0. Gave us the top 2 seeds. Drew's number 2 seed, even though he was only 500 in the round robin. Like I said, had some tough matches early on when he gave up some advantage lines, but was able to come back later in the day. Got a nice drill going here. It's a pretty tight bunch right there.
Trying too hard. I was just played with little finesse.
Drew's staring this one down pretty good. I think he sees if he can hit those two right in the middle, I think that's going to give him a good pattern to maybe take out quite a few of these. Let's see what he's got. Oh, that was filthy. All 6. Exactly where he wanted to hit it. Probably wanted to hit with a little more of the butt end of the baton, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Took out 6. Now he's got 1 baseline left with 5 batons. This could be all of it right here. Still well within the red zone here. Well within the red zone, but is might be slightly purple at this point. Oof. Oh, there goes his chance to end the first game here. Did pick up an 8-meter at least, but you gotta believe he was looking for more than that. Can't be happy. Mike so far in this match, 13 Kubbs on 13 batons blasting. I actually don't know if that's good or not. I just kind of made up that stat, but it seems to me that a ratio of 1 would be the Mendoza line. But I don't really have anything to compare it to, so your guess is as good as mine. Mike has a friendly neighbor there. Some question about this Kubb here. Sounds like it might have been turned a little bit when it was first raised. I think they're just going to push it back in a little bit. Mike placed his friendly neighbor Kubb. So just a quick rules rundown. If you're drilling and you have a Kubb that lands on top of another Kubb completely off the ground, that is a friendly neighbor. And you as the driller are able to take that Kubb and place it anywhere that you want to. Kind of like the opposite of a penalty Kubb. The thrower gets to take that Kubb and put it anywhere they want to. Can be very strategic if you know what you're doing, which honestly I don't. So fun fact about Concord, North Carolina, where we are, it's the home of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lots of history there, lots of NASCAR races. I couldn't tell you who won the NASCAR race there ever, but I can tell you who won this tournament the last few years. So that should put this into context. What the real important sport happening in Concord is. So Drew is 15 Kubbs on 11 batons in blasting. What's that come out to? 1.3, 1.4, somewhere around there. So again, it's over 1, so it seems good to me. I'm sure if it was 5, it would be better, but Let's see what Drew comes back with. Certainly had a chance to end this game on this last turn and really blew it. Let's see if he can't come back and end it here. Mike David's Patriots fan, as you can tell. Other teams he roots for, the New York Yankees, the Harlem Globetrotters, and Microsoft. Oh, that's a penalty, Kubb. That's got to be out. Yeah, so wow, Drew went from 5 batons in hand, about ready to end the first game, to now he's in a world of hurt with a penalty, Kubb. Only thing that could go worse for him is if he gives up an advantage line here. That would be an enormous momentum change. Eight in play now, so he's going to have to pick out more than one at a time. And the way those are spread out, and you're missing some, the way those are spread out, I don't see anything more than 2 at a time there, so he's going to have to be pretty efficient here with his batons. Missing everything on that second one isn't good. Sounds like somebody's making hot dogs in the background. Oh, another miss. Boy, this is falling apart for Drew. Could have ended the game the last turn, and now he's going to definitely be giving up an advantage line. Picks up a few there, 2 or 3, but that's not going to salvage the turn. Yeah, you got to kick the ground after that one. I don't think it's going to do much good, but you got to do something. Momentum's certainly going Mike's way now. He has a chance to end this first game here, where just a turn ago he was about to lose it. I think that was the triple. No doubles left, so 1-1. Still in the red zone. See if he doesn't have a runner here. Nope, not going to make it. All right, so 3 batons, 2 baselines, and the king. Oh, that's going to help Drew out. It gives him a chance. You can see Mike's not very happy about that. Oh, oof. Let's see if Drew can't take advantage. He certainly left the door wide open right there, and Mike didn't walk through it. See if Drew can't make up for that. He still has the one penalty Kubb out there. So he's going to have to save at least one baton for that. Needs a tight drill here. Working the goofy cut. Seems to be in the zone on that. There you go. Score just came in. Consolation bracket. Nick Bartlett wins the mini shovel. Hopefully it doesn't snow so he doesn't have to use it, because you'd be out there a long time shoveling with that shovel. Four left with 4 batons. If Drew can at least get rid of the advantage line here, he'd probably be doing... Oh, picked up a double there. In the red zone now. Still has to clear the penalty Kubb. Oh, nice run. Shot at the king. Beautiful. Wow. That was quite a turn. Cleared 8, including a penalty Kubb. Let's look at the stats for that first match. Drew cleared 28 field Kubbs with 22 batons, blasting Mike 20 of 18. Both above 1, which, as I said earlier, I think is good. 8 meter, 45%. For Drew, that's really good. Mike, 3 out of 8, 38%. He struggled a little bit. He's usually a little better than that. Drew did give up an advantage line. On to game number 2. Switch some sides here. So Drew is up 1-0 in this race to 2. See if Mike benefits from the other side of the pitch any. Drew will lead out. 2-4-6 start. Again, that graphics department, beautiful. They got the little star there because Drew won the first game. I tell you what, those guys don't get paid enough. Doing a fantastic job. Mike's getting a little frustrated, I think. He should probably kick the ground. I hear that works well. Drew certainly has an opportunity here with only one field Kubb and 6 batons. Could do some real damage and really put Mike in a tough position. Drew goes 1 for 5. Probably not what he was looking for. Probably thought he could get, maybe 2 or even 3 to really put Mike in a bad spot, but we'll see how Mike responds. Two for 2. 3 for 3. Oh, close. wind's kicking up a little bit. Gonna take a step back. Wind's blowing like that, even on the little 4-meter shots, it might move it a little bit. And since the pile isn't great, you kind of need to be as precise as you can be. Yeah. All the waiting in the world didn't help that one. Oh, lucked out on that one. Mike so far, 3 for 7 on 8-meter, 43. That's Mike's pretty good at 8 meters. It's probably maybe slightly below what he usually does, but he's pretty solid. Really, Mike's game all around is solid. He does a lot of things well, except root for the Patriots. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Drew's studying this one pretty well. Looks like he's doing some trigonometry or something, which marks the first time that trigonometry has ever actually been used outside of a high school math class. So mark this down. Oh, split the uprights 2 in a row. Oh, 3 in a row. Yeah, Mike not happy about that one. Yeah, gotta slow it down a little bit. Yep. That's not a good feeling when you start missing them early on. Kind of messes with your head a little bit. So Drew should have a real good chance to end this right here, which would be his first ever scuffle for the shovel championship. After losing the mic the last 2 years, I'm sure that would make him very happy. Oh, Drew's clearly cheating. Serves him right for missing that one. Oh, karma. That's what you get. Yep. That's what happens.
More out there. Trying to say your last turn wasn't up to your normal speed. I mean, you can do that again if you want. I'd love a second chance because that was ugly.
Guys are joking about the last two turns. Not exactly the prettiest coupe you'll ever see played. Well, Drew's going to get another advantage line. Let's see, one, if he doesn't cheat this time, but two, if he can't take better advantage of it than he did last time. Oh, nice little double. Drew's well within the red zone. As long as he can hit those baselines better than he did last time. Oh, another double. Oh. This for the match. 3 shots for the match. Uh-oh, that'll make you nervous. Oh, that's it. Drew wins 2-0. Congratulations. Winner of the Skuffle for the shovel. Gets his name forever emblazoned on the shovel. Gets to take it home for a year. What more could you ask for? I know he's lost to Mike the last 2 years. This really puts this rivalry at a whole different level. Good match all around. Some really solid turns, some really solid play, a couple bad turns here and there. That's pretty much any coupe match, though. Ebbs and flows, especially in that first game. Went back and forth. Momentum with Drew after that 6 coupe blast, and then couldn't convert, and then ended up giving an advantage line the very next turn, and Drew ended up coming back. Quite a turn there early on. Guys chatting it up a little bit. Good tournament. Mike Davids always puts on great tournaments. There's a picture of Drew with the shovel. He'll get his name on that. And next year, I'm sure we'll be back to defend the shovel.